Hey, what's up? John Sonmez here from simpleprogrammer.com. So I wanted to talk about something that I mentioned in another video that I did. Just recently, at least at the time I'm recording this, my video on suicide, on the Uber engineer suicide came out. And I felt like that was a very important message. But I wanted to expand upon one of the points in there because maybe you're not suicidal, or maybe you're not suicidal yet, but I wanted to expand upon the point of freeing yourself from other people's expectations on you. Now, I've talked about this a lot. I've definitely done some videos on external validation, and if you search through my archives, I don't remember all the videos, but I've talked about, not living your life to please other people and please your parents. But I really wanted to talk about this because I think this is a very important concept, and you can watch the video on where I talked about the Uber engineer suicide. It was a very sad and tragic thing. I will say one other thing about it to those of you that, I expect a little bit of hate from a video like that, but you know what? I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help people, and it may be true that people in a suicidal state may not receive that message, but if I can save one person from committing suicide by watching that video, okay, then that is well worth it. It is well worth it. I consider it highly successful and have served its purpose. If it has, I doubt that video would cause harm to someone. Okay, but it is very likely to save a life. And a lot of you don't understand here, especially some of you that left some negative comments on that. You don't understand that there are a lot of 15-year-old kids, 16-year-old kids watching this channel, watching YouTube videos. They feel horrible about themselves. They've been bullied in school. Very high young male suicide rate, at least here in the United States. And if you can give a positive message that they might connect with and understand and give them something to live for, that's a valuable thing. So, I appreciate that some of you gave some feedback on the video, and it's fine if you don't like it, but I would not, I reacted pretty strongly to one gentleman who suggested that maybe killing yourself, maybe sometimes it is the right choice, because it's absolutely not the right choice. But I just wanted to give you guys that, because you need to understand here that it's a little bit different when we're talking about suicide. And if maybe my message doesn't reach someone, maybe it doesn't, but I hope that it does, and if it does, it's worth it, right? So let's not discourage people in this particular situation. It doesn't make sense. You can disagree all you want, but like I said, so I don't want to beat a dead horse here. You can go watch the video if you're curious about that, but I did want to give some background. What I want to talk about is something in the video that I think applies to everyone. Just this concept of disassociating yourself from other people's expectations and ties on you. In that video, in that particular case, this Uber engineer, tragedy, but he probably had a lot of external pressure. And I don't know, but maybe his family, maybe his maybe his wife, or maybe his parents, maybe whatever, they had pressure on him, maybe his coworkers or his peers, right? And they had pressure on him to basically keep the job, to stay under the burden that he's in. He's making a lot of money, he's doing well. A lot of you are in that situation. A lot of you probably, I've been there myself. I have freed myself from this, by the way, and you can see it by how I live my life. And if you look at videos, at my older videos and stuff, you can tell that I'm burdened, but I am a free fucking man. Now, I do not allow anyone to get their hooks in me to control my life in any way. I do what I want. I choose my life. We all have this capability and this ability to choose what we want in life. So what I would say is that a lot of you, you've got parents that have expectations on you, on grades, on going to college, on becoming successful and doing this stuff. Maybe you have a spouse, a wife, or maybe you have a husband, or maybe you have, probably your kids don't have very many expectations on you, except for maybe to feed them. But maybe you have a lot of people in your life that have expectations on you, or maybe you feel like a pressure because you feel like you have to live up to something. And what I'm here here to tell you today is that you need to fuck all that, right? Because just like I said, you know, I think that if you're at the point of suicide in that other video, again, you can check it out to get more context, because what I'm going to say is really weird without the context. But if you're at that point, you might have a gift, okay? Because you may be able to be at ground zero where you're going to kill yourself anyway, so you've got a lot of freedom in your life because, hey, it's like I called it a free roll before, and what I mean by that is essentially when you're at the bottom, when you're ready to give your life up, then you've got nothing holding you back. You might as well just live your life the way that you want to live it and give that a spin, give that a try. And so, but the reason why I'm making this video, because I don't want to repeat myself, I talked about that in the other video, is because it doesn't just apply to someone who is in a suicidal state. If you are just being burdened, being pressured, living your life to please others, or you feel all this massive pressure, you know, before you get to that stage where you can't take it anymore, it's time to open up the pressure relief valve and realize that you don't have to live your life that way. You don't have to do anything. You get to do stuff in life. You choose to do things in life. You choose your life. And if you make the choice to live your life to please other people, it's a choice that you, my friend, are making, and you can't blame someone for that. So what I'm saying is, before you get to that point, before the shit hits the fan, cut those ties. Do not let people put expectations on you. Do not allow people to run your life, to put that pressure on you. And if you feel that pressure, not to say that at some point pressure isn't good, right? I just, at the time that I'm recording this video, I just ran a half marathon this morning. My point is this, is I put an extreme amount of pressure on myself on hitting a PR, okay? But that was my choice, okay? And now I felt like I had told people that I was gonna do this, and so there was, but I made that choice, and I put that pressure on myself, and I do that every day, right? To create these YouTube videos, to hit the level of success I want, I put an extreme amount of pressure on myself. But I am free. I'm making that choice. I don't feel like I have to do it to please anyone else. I'm doing it to please myself. And you know what? If I can't make it, if I fall short, that's fine. That's all part of it, right? But the point is that I'm not letting other people dictate my life. And as soon as someone tries to put their hooks into me, as soon as someone tries to guilt me or make me feel bad or make me feel pressured or make me feel like I have to do something, they get this. And I don't mean to be a jerk, but they do. They get this, because I'm not going to live my life for someone else. I've done it too long. Many of you are there. Many of you still are living your life for someone else. Fuck that. It's so much better to take the consequences, and sometimes there are consequences. I've lost relationships. I've had people pissed at me, but you know what? They learned where my boundaries were, and now they respect them because they know you cannot guilt me. You cannot put your hooks in me. There's nothing that you can do that's going to pressure me. I am going to do things because I want to. And you know what the beautiful thing about that is? I'll tell you the beautiful thing about that is, because when I do something, if I do something for someone, or if I do something that pleases someone, right? They know that I did it because I wanted to, not because I felt guilty, not because I felt pressured, not because I'm seeking to, quote, please them and be a pleaser. So that's a beautiful thing. All right, that's all I got for you today. Just wanted to give you that reminder that you, my friend, are in control of your life. And if you choose to let someone else control your life, that's your choice. But I would highly, highly encourage you to cut the ties, the things that bind you externally. It doesn't mean that you don't have obligations. It doesn't mean that you don't fulfill them, but you make those commitments. Other people don't get to make them for you, right? You should be a man of your word. You men out there, you women out there, you should be a woman of your word, of course. But make sure that you make the commitment. Don't let someone force you into the choice. All right. If you like this video, you know what to do. Click that subscribe button, and click the bell if you want to make sure, if you're not like, oh shit, I'm not getting the videos all the time, click the bell. I will talk to you next time. Take care.